SOLIDWORKS is the design software that's been selected to use in this course, which is the sophomore mechanical design course. It's required at all engineering institutions at this course. For an example, UNC Charlotte requires this or the use of Creo. I don't know if anybody has used Creo before. Myself has. It is a pain in the bottom. In comparison to SOLIDWORKS, which is a lot more straightforward. You take a 2D object, you make it three-dimensional. It takes so much to make a box because it's all coordinate systemed in Creo, and they focus more on the mathematical side. For this class, I want to focus on the design aspect, meaning I don't want you to spend time on learning how to click buttons and boxes, okay? At this point, it should be relatively simple, just in our day and age with technology, okay? I picked an older version. Okay, number one, because the text and all the information should be readily available online. I think the text is like 30 bucks or something like that, around that. Okay, so that should be pretty more straightforward to you than other textbooks, at least for me. Okay, the next thing on the internet, okay, there is ample information across the internet. There's nothing actually you probably can't see that's done on YouTube to some aspect or something that's mentioned across there. Okay, I hate the textbooks, but I think this is, I might have mentioned this before, this one actually is kind of worth something. It's got a pretty decent amount of pictures. The instructions are actually pretty fluent, so use that to your advantage, okay? Accessing SOLIDWORKS, probably the easiest thing to do is going to be go to the cloud. The CPCC Cloud. I've provided that link to you under this post. Okay, it should be pretty straightforward. You go to the engineering desktop, 2016 version. I mean, or pretty much the only simplest version they have on there. They have a whole bunch of different links, but you want the most generic one. Okay. I think the next thing is if you have any issues connecting or anything, I put a link on that as well for ITS, okay? If there's any issues with anything, that's probably the first thing I do just to get that ticket started. If you have any issues with ITS, please reach out to me and I'll get in contact with them and start that lovely process, okay? However, at a worst case scenario, I think sometimes the cloud doesn't work as it should, okay? So the most efficient thing to do is save on the U drive. Every student has a U drive, okay? So when you save it in that U drive, whether from working remotely, if you end up going on campus or whatever, it saves it obviously to a remote server, so anyway you can access that anywhere. Okay, but more importantly, if anything crashes, you have it right there. Okay, so Control-S should probably be your best friend. Okay, the first time it crashes and you lose everything and you go through a box of tissues, you're gonna realize Control-S should probably be your best friend. Okay, it takes nothing, and like I said, it's gonna save you considerably. It's just some unforeseen issues happen. Okay, I've been there before. But in a last case scenario, sometimes it's just not cutting it. And if you have, you know, the decent enough computer with the processor and the video card, you might be able to get the student version. I've actually put a link on there for the student version, okay? And once again, this is the 2016 version, so they should be able to request that. I think you get it for 3 years. Then you can go to the 2017 version. So along that premise, you should be able to have the student version for this for a little longer than typical. Outside of that, let me know if you have any questions. I hope this helps.